Hello everyone, greetings from PayTabs technical support team. In this series, you will learn how to integrate with PayTabs through our PT2 API's endpoints. And we will walk you through the first integration type, which is the PayTabs hosted payment page. For the purpose of this series, we have created a very simple Laravel project to walk you through the integration process. But feel free to follow the steps in this series with your own project, whatever the programming language or the frameworks used to integrate with PayTabs. So, let's get started. In this video, we are going to learn how we can refund a transaction in our hosted payment page integration type. So, let's get started. Before we start, please note that you can find the full documentation for this part inside PayTabs support portal under the article called the Hosted Payment Page API's Integration Manual. From the integration manual over here, navigate to step 7, Manage Transaction, and here you will find the part 4 and the last way of managing your transaction, which is the refund. But as always, before we start, we highly recommend you to check our solution article, What is Transaction Types, in order to learn the transaction types that PayTabs have and the differences between them. Now, we are going to learn how we can refund a transaction, but in order to do so, we need to have a sale transaction first in order to refund it. Now, you can either refund a sale transaction or a captured transaction, that the transaction that was auth and then it was captured and is ready to be refunded now. So, let's get back to our code over here and let's change the transaction type to be sale. And now we want to initiate this sale transaction. So I'm going to checkout page over here. I'm going to choose this and I'm going to choose the step code. I'm going to choose PayTabs and proceed to payment. Matter. Now I will fill out my test card details. I will pay it. Once it's ready, now I have a sale transaction. Like my callback over here, will sign a new sale transaction. Here's the sale type. Now, the next thing you want to do is to refund this transaction. Now, how are we going to do this? Simply by following the steps in 7.4 over here, you will see that the only thing you need to refund your transaction, in addition to the simple required parameter, is the transaction reference that we just generated. So, we get back over here to my code, and inside the data wrapper, you'll find over here that we have generated a refund payload. Here it goes. Inside the refund payload, we are taking the transaction reference. And we will do a simple view that we will insert the transaction reference and the amount that we want to refund. And this amount, of course, will be passed into the cart amount. Now, before we do that, make sure that you change the transaction reference or the transaction type, from sale to refund. And once we save, now I will get back to my code over here, my checkout page, I will get my refund page. As you can see here, I have the refund amount, the transaction amount. All what I want to do now is to copy the transaction reference, click, paste it over here. Then, as you can see, this is a transaction of 100 amount. So I will refund it totally. Of course, I can refund 100 or less, but I will refund it totally. You can see I have a typo over here, the void. This is supposed to be refund, but this does actually affect the process. So I will just click it over here. And as you can see, we have a refund transaction. This is the previous transaction. This is the new transaction. Get back to our callback over here. We will see that there is a refund transaction. The refund has been done successfully. This is how you do a refund transaction through our PT2 APIs. Now we can move to the next video.